Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. First of all, wish you all a very happy new year. I know 2020 was pretty hard for all of us, but I hope 2021 brings a lot of happiness in our lives. This is the first video of 2021 and in today's video I'm going to share with you all my drugstore favorite products that I enjoyed throughout 2020. These are the products that I have been using, I have been loving a lot during 2020 and I thought of sharing them with you all. I'll be doing a high-end version of this video as well. All the high-end products that I have been using a lot, I will share with you that video next, so please stay tuned for that. Before starting, if you are new to the channel, then hi, I am Neeta. I upload makeup, skincare and beauty related videos here on my channel. If you are new to the channel, then please take a moment to subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. So yeah, without further blabbering, let's get started. I have tried so many products during the 2020, so narrowing them down was pretty challenging for me, but I tried my best to share with you only my best of best ride or die products. And the first category is of course primer. For primer, the one primer that I enjoyed quite a lot and I am almost out of it is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Serum over here. I have done a full in-depth review of this particular serum as well as their foundation. If you are interested, I will link that video down in the description bar below, so please go ahead and check that out. I do not want to make this video super duper long, so I will just quickly touch on all these products. This particular primer is like a skincare product. It's very hydrating on my skin. I have dry skin and it's very hydrating. It has very tiny specks of shimmer particles. It does not show up, but it provides a beautiful healthy glow to the face. It provides a little bit of tackiness and my foundation just glides on smoothly, and it also makes my makeup long lasting. Overall, I enjoyed this primer a lot. If you have oily skin or large pores, then I won't recommend you using this particular serum, but if you have normal to dry skin, this primer is so good. The next primer that I enjoyed quite a lot this year is this Hard Candy Hydrating Primer over here. This particular primer has become my absolute favorite. If you have tried the e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer, the formula is quite similar. It is a gripping primer. It hydrates your skin. It just provides your skin a little bit of glow and it also makes your skin a bit tacky. That means your foundation will stick to it and your foundation will become long lasting. This particular primer has become my go-to. A lot of people actually say that it's a perfect dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I do not have that primer. I haven't tried that primer. On its own, this particular primer is beautiful. It really makes my makeup long lasting, so I enjoyed this primer a lot. The next primer is this NYX Hydra Touch Hydrating Primer. This is actually a primer oil and a lot of people say that it's a perfect dupe for the Smashbox primer oil. Again, I haven't tried that particular primer, so I cannot compare it, but on its own it is beautiful. I use this particular primer on the days when my skin is extra dry. I just take like 2 to 3 drops of this primer and I apply it all over on my face. It's beautiful. It's very lightweight on the skin. Very lightweight. It's not at all a sticky or goopy. It just provides a very natural glow to the skin and my foundation just glides on smoothly on top of this particular primer oil. I have been reaching for matte foundations a lot lately because, you know, wearing masks and all, so I need hydration on my skin, and this particular primer oil has been my go-to during this fall and winter. The next category is color corrector. I have dry skin and due to dryness I have been dealing with a lot of hyperpigmentation around my mouth area and I have quite prominent dark circles, and I know this is not a surprise. This L.A.Girl Pro Conceal Orange color corrector, this is my go-to and this is the only color corrector that I use. This is the only color corrector that works for me, so I have nothing new to say. If you follow my channel, you must know that I use it almost in every single video of mine. So this is like a yearly favorite and this is the only color corrector that I use. The next category is of course foundation. Now the first foundation that I'm going to talk about is this Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. I have the shade Cashew over here with me. It's a beautiful foundation, you guys. Again, I have done a full in-depth review of this particular foundation. I will link that video down in the description bar below, so please go ahead and check that out. This gives you a very natural finish on the face. It's like medium to buildable full coverage. So on the days I want a very natural glowy skin, I always go for this particular foundation. It's long lasting, it looks beautiful on the skin, and it just gives that beautiful velvety finish, which I absolutely love. Overall, it just looks very natural, very skin-like. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, and I love the coverage as well. So I have been enjoying this particular foundation a lot during 2020. Talking about dewy finished foundations, there is one foundation that I have been enjoying, loving a lot. Again, I have done a review on my channel, you can go ahead and check that out. And I'm talking about this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy foundation, and I have the shade Desert Beige, right? Yeah, this is the shade Desert Beige with me. It's a beautiful foundation, you guys. If you haven't tried this foundation yet, you need to try it. It's like super duper dewy. You know, they say it's dewy, and it is a dewy foundation. So if you have really oily skin, then you have to set it with a lot of powder, or you have to use a mattifying primer underneath, or you can totally skip this foundation. But if you have normal to dry skin, this particular foundation, oh my god, it's so good. It blends like magic on my skin. It is just tap and it's all blended. The coverage is so beautiful. It gives me kind of medium to full coverage. If I build it up, it becomes a full coverage foundation, and it is so lightweight on my skin. Whenever I wear this foundation, I cannot even feel that I'm wearing any kind of foundation. It is that lightweight. The consistency is also very thin. Though it's thin, it covers up a lot for me. It does not settle on my smile lines. It is pretty long lasting. It lasts up to 9 hours on me. I just in general love this foundation, and I cannot recommend you enough. So just grab it if you can. It's only like $5, and this foundation is bomb degree. The next foundation is, again, it was pretty surprising for me, and it just took my breath away. And I'm talking about this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I have the shade Classic Tan with me. First of all, the shade is like it is made for me. The shade is perfection. It matches me perfectly. It is a straight up matte foundation, but it is not like super duper matte where your face will feel very stretchy and, you know, cakey. It's matte, but it still has got a little bit of hydration in it. It is full coverage, like just one pump of this foundation and it will cover everything for you. Just one pump. It is that full coverage. It lasts on me all day long. It does not transfer, like during these days when I wear a mask, it does not transfer on my mask. That is like a big yay for me. I have been using this foundation a lot during summer, also in the beginning of fall. It just looks fantastic. I wear this foundation during winter as well, but then I need to use a hydrating primer like this Photo Focus Primer Serum or this NYX Hydra Touch Primer Oil, and then I use this particular foundation and it looks beautiful, flawless. It is very lightweight. It is not cakey at all. It lasts up to 11 hours on me, and if you have oily skin, girl, you need this foundation in your life. This is such a beautiful foundation. The next category is concealer, and for concealer I have again 3 concealers to share with you. First one is absolutely no surprise if you follow my channel, and I'm talking about this Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Concealer, and I have the shade 135 with me. It's like a highlighting concealer for me. Beautiful formula, and I'm sure I included it in my last like yearly favorite video. I'm including it again because I have been reaching for this concealer a lot during 2020. It is a beautiful concealer. It is full coverage, it is very creamy, it does not crease easily underneath my eyes. The coverage is insane in this particular concealer, and the shade range is also beautiful. I can confidently compare it to any of my high-end concealers. This formula is top notch. Absolutely love it. The next concealer is this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I have the shade Medium Sand with me. Again, it's a beautiful concealer, and according to me, it is a perfect dupe for the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This particular concealer, you guys, it's very lightweight on the skin. It's very hydrating, yet it's full coverage. It does not crease on me easily. It lasts all day long. This is such a beautiful formula. I prefer this hydrating one more than their regular Camo concealer. You guys, if you haven't tried these concealers yet, you need to. This is like top notch. It's only $6, and oh my god, they have done a beautiful job with this particular concealer. The next concealer is this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I have the shade Soft Beige with me. This is again full coverage. It does not crease easily. The formula is super duper nice. The wand is a bit thin, so it's perfect for like reaching the inner corner of your eyes. This is a matte concealer, you know, so if you have really dry under eyes, you need to apply a very hydrating eye cream underneath. But the formula is just beautiful. It's perfect for bridal makeup as well because it looks really flawless underneath my eyes, and this particular shade has a beautiful like yellow undertone to it, which is perfect for cancelling out any darkness underneath. So if you are my skin tone, Soft Beige is your shade and you can give it a shot. This is such a beautiful concealer, and I have been enjoying it a lot during 2020. Next comes powder, and this is again not a surprise. My Maybelline Fit Me Powder, and this is in the shade 15 Light. This has been my go-to. The shade is perfect. The formula is awesome. Like, they have again done a beautiful job with this particular formula. It is very finely milled, and whenever I set my makeup with this particular powder, it just sets my makeup. It does not make it look overly dry, which I absolutely love. I love this powder. I have been enjoying it, and I highly recommend you getting this powder. Next powder that I have been enjoying a lot, and this is this Milani Prep Set and Glow Finishing Powder. This is the transparent one. Yes, this particular powder is a spot on dupe for those ambient lighting powders from Hourglass. Trust me when I say so. So this particular powder is actually, it's not your traditional setting powder. It has a very nice subtle glow to it. It provides a very healthy natural luminosity to the skin, which I absolutely love. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yes, like see the healthy natural glow that it's giving. I have dry skin and I need all the glow on my face, and this is the powder that gives me exactly what I want. It sets my makeup, it gives me that beautiful inner glow, which I absolutely love, because on my dry skin, if I use a mattifying powder, it just makes my skin even drier and it looks really cakey, and I do not want that. So this is the powder that I have been reaching for a lot lately. I use it to set my entire makeup, or I use it as a finishing powder. It works great for me. For bronzer or for like powder contour, I have been reaching for this Palladio matte bronzer in the shade Teeny Bikini a lot lately. Love the formula. I have mentioned it previously on my channel, and I'm mentioning it again because I have been reaching for this particular bronzer a lot to sculpt out my cheekbones. The shade is just beautiful for me, and it just, It just creates that beautiful natural shadow on my face. The formula is really good. It's not patchy at all. It's not powdery. It just blends beautifully on my skin, and I have been reaching for this particular matte bronzer a lot. And for bronzing up my face, I have discovered a phenomenal product during 2020. I just cannot put it down, and I'm talking about this Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and this is in the shade What Shady Beaches. This particular formula is like one of its own kind. If you want to avoid the Physicians Formula Muri Muri Butter Bronzer, which is again a beautiful bronzer, but it is slightly expensive. But if you want a budget-friendly option for that Physicians Formula bronzer, definitely give it a shot. That shade is just so beautiful. Like, this is like the perfect warm-toned bronzer for my skin tone. It just gives my face that sun-kissed glow. It is not a matte bronzer, so I cannot use it as my contour powder, but for like my overall bronzer, I have been reaching for it quite a lot. I mean, you can see the motif, that leaf motif over here, it's almost gone. That says you how much I have been using this particular bronzer, and the size is humongous. For $5, for $5, like, this is unbeatable. I love it, and I think you should give it a go, and you will enjoy this bronzer, I can assure you. Next comes blush. There is again a blush that I discovered during 2020, and I just fell in love with, and I don't know why people don't talk about these blushes. And I'm talking about this Palladio matte blush, and this is in the shade Apricot, Toasted Apricot. First of all, the shade is just so beautiful. Look at this. It's like a coral, a deep coral with a hint of pink in it. The shade is so beautiful, so flattering on my skin tone. It's a matte blush. If you do not want a glowy or shimmery blush, you can totally give it a shot. The shade is just perfection. The formula is beautiful. It's not patchy at all, and it is pigmented, but it does not give you clown cheek. You can build it up or you can share it down as per your own preference, and this particular shade will suit so many skin tone. If you are my skin tone, this is just a beautiful blush. If you are lighter than me, you can totally share it down and use it. If you are deeper than me, then also you can use it. The shade is like universal flattering. The formula is so good. If you have like textured skin, and if you don't want to use a shimmery blush, just give it a go and you will not be disappointed. This particular formula is so good, and I have been reaching for this blush a lot during 2020. The next blush is this Milani baked blush, and this is in the shade Sunset Passion. I know I do not have a lot to say about this particular formula, because we all know this formula is like top notch. Like, this formula from Milani, it's unbeatable, and the formula is actually very similar to the Hourglass blushes. I'm including this particular blush just because of the shade. When I first discovered this blush, this particular shade, I was blown away. It is kind of a cool toned, corally, mauve pink kind of a shade. The shade is really unique, and it's really flattering on my skin tone. If you are lighter than my skin tone, then also this can be a perfect shade for you. The shade Sunset Passion, just mark it down and just get it. This particular formula is top notch. This particular shade is beautiful, and if you have textured skin, then I'm not sure if you are going to love it or not. But if you have fairly smooth skin, these particular blushes, it just gives you that beautiful perfect glow. If you want to skip a highlighter, you totally can with these blushes, because it provides a beautiful healthy glow to the cheeks, and you do not need to use a highlighter with these particular blushes. The shade is perfection. The formula is top notch. I do not have any highlighter to share with you, just because I haven't got a new highlighter during 2020. I really wanted to get that Revlon highlighter, but I didn't, because I have so many highlighters at this point. I just don't want to get another highlighter, you know what I mean. I have shared with you my Drugstore highlighter collection, my high-end highlighter collection. I will mention those videos down in the description bar below if you are interested. So it was pretty random for me, like one day I used this highlighter, the other day I used that highlighter. So there is absolutely no yearly favorite. There is absolutely no highlighter that I was reaching for constantly, so I cannot show you just one highlighter. Next, I want to quickly touch on my eyebrow products that I have been loving a lot lately. The first one is, again, no surprise, this Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade, and I'm in the shade black brown, and I am almost out of it. And if you follow my channel, you must know I use this particular pomade in every video of mine. That much I love it, and the formula is so good, you guys. It's the perfect dupe for the Anastasia the brow pomade. It's not like overly slippery, it's not overly waxy. The color payoff is amazing. It's pigmented. It is like the best drugstore eyebrow pomade that I have ever tried. The formula is just top notch, and I highly recommend you getting this particular eyebrow pomade. The next eyebrow product, again, it's not a surprise, and I'm talking about the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm in the shade Espresso, and this is like my 5th or 6th brow pencil. I love the formula. It is again not too waxy. The tip is so fine, like it's perfect for outlining your brows. It's perfect for like filling them up. This is just the best drugstore eyebrow pencil I have ever used, and it has a spoolie on the other side. It's perfect for traveling, so you do not need to carry a spoolie separately. These pencils are so good. I have spoken about them a lot on my channel because they deserve that attention, you know. Just give it a shot and you will not be disappointed. This year was a lot about my eye makeup and my eyebrows, and I have fallen in love with eyebrow gels, and the one I absolutely love, I absolutely recommend, is this Essence Make Me Brow Gel Mascara, and this is in the shade Brownie Brows. This is again my 3rd or 4th bottle. I love everything about this particular brow gel. Like the shade is just perfection. The tip is just beautiful. It's so tiny. You can see it's just really easy to apply. It just sets my brows, and my brow hair just do not move. Also, it does not make my brows look sticky. It just gives my brows that fluff, you know what I mean. So my brows really look natural when I use this particular brow gel. Absolutely love it, and it's only for like $2. Nothing can beat it, I'm telling you. For eyeliner, again, no surprise, this Wet n Wild liquid liner, the best. The tip is so fine, it's easy to apply. The best, I'm telling you, it's the best. For mascara, there is one mascara that I have been using like non-stop during 2020, and I just love it. And I'm talking about this L'Oreal Superstar mascara. It has a primer side and a mascara side. The primer side, you guys, it is so good. I have tried the primer side with my other mascaras. It works so good. It just separates your lashes. It gives your lashes volume, length. According to me, you do not need a high-end mascara these days because drugstore has so many great options, and this is one of them. I have been reaching for this mascara a lot. It's perfect for traveling, and I love the mascara side as well as the primer side. That's why I love it so much. It is affordable, and it is like one of the best mascaras out there. It just makes my lashes look so much dramatic. I can confidently skip falsies with this particular mascara. I highly recommend you getting it. Eyeshadow palettes. There are actually 4 palettes that I have been enjoying a lot, I'm telling you. These eyeshadow palettes from L.A.Girl, oh my god, they are bomb degree. To be very honest, these are like the best drugstore affordable eyeshadow palettes that I have ever. I have no eyeshadow palette under $10 that is as good as these eyeshadow palettes. The formula, oh my god, like for $14. Nothing can beat it. The mattes are, oh my god, so creamy, so buttery, and so pigmented. Like, look at this. And the shimmers are blinding. I'm telling you, the shimmers are literally like look how beautiful these eyeshadow palettes are. Like, the shimmers, the mattes, everything is so surprisingly beautiful. You need these eyeshadow palettes in your life. I'm telling you, these eyeshadow palettes are so good. And I have the shade Foreplay, which is like a pumpkin spice fall kind of a shade, this one. And the next one is Playmate. It's more like a red toned eyeshadow palette, this one. And there is another one, I do not have that one, but I'm planning to get that one. These eyeshadow palettes have been my go-to. And the eyeshadow palette, that is again no surprise, if you follow my channel you must know. I'm talking about this Jacqueline Hill Volume 2 palette. Now I'm including it in this Drugstore series because I'm not sure if it's high-end or Drugstore. In India it's high-end, but here in the States I think people consider it like affordable high-end. Some people consider it like Drugstore, so I'm pretty confused about this particular brand Morphe. So if you guys know, then please let me know. But I am a part of some Facebook groups and they say that it's like Drugstore, and I also find Morphe at Ulta in their Drugstore section, so I'm including it here. This particular eyeshadow palette is like, the tones are my kind of tones. Like, see, I am a warm toned eyeshadow person. The purples, the blues, the oranges, the shimmers, yellows, everything is so beautiful. She has done a beautiful job with this particular eyeshadow palette, especially if you are from India and if you are a bridal makeup artist. You know, we need our reds, our purples, our oranges on our eyelids during our big day. This particular eyeshadow palette has all of it, so you need to grab this eyeshadow palette as soon as you can. The formula is top notch. It is pigmented, the shimmers are foiled metallic, beautiful, love it. And the eyeshadow palette that I have been enjoying quite a lot is this Whatever palette from Colourpop. Colourpop is I know it's not Drugstore, but it is Drugstore priced, and this particular palette from Colourpop, this Whatever palette, has been my go-to because of the shade. It has this beautiful burgundy, this stunning pressed glitter, this super shock shadow, which you can of course use for your cheeks as well. It is again very pigmented. The shadows blend beautifully. They are just buttery smooth. I know I do not have nothing new to say about Colourpop formula. Their eyeshadow formula is just top notch. Like, see, so pigmented, so smooth. It's not powdery at all. If you want just one eyeshadow palette from Colourpop, this one, you need to get this particular palette. It is so good. There is another eyeshadow palette that I have been enjoying a lot. It's not actually eyeshadow palette, it's a glitter palette from Nyx Cosmetics. You know, I like to use glitters on my eyes whenever I'm doing a full glam look. Like, glitter is must. Glitter makes me feel happy. Glitter just instantly transforms my entire makeup. And this particular palette has everything that I want. It's pressed glitter, so you do not even need to use any separate glitter primer. Of course, you can use a separate glitter primer, but I just take these particular glitters and I just apply it on my eyelids. They are just stunning. I mean, look at those shades. It has everything. The glitters are just so good, so good. So if you want to transfer a boring look to a full glam look, you need glitters, and this particular palette has everything. Especially if you are a beginner, this has just every color that you will probably need. Just go for this glitter palette and you will not be disappointed. The next category is lipstick. Now, I wear lipstick every day underneath my mask. I am a lipstick person and I cannot skip it. I wear lipstick for myself, not for anybody, for myself. And I wanted something that is transfer proof, because of course with mask and everything, you do not want your lipstick to transfer on your mask. This year, was a lip liner year for me. Now I used to skip lip liners a lot, but is my lash coming off? No, it's not. It's not. We are good. We are good. So yeah, this year I just fell in love with lip liners, and I realized how important it is to use a lip liner, and there are a bunch of them that I have been enjoying. These NYX lip liners, you guys, they are so good. You have to sharpen it, but it's okay because the formula is so good, you guys. I have the shade Brown Mahogany Espresso and which shade? Nude Truffle. I love all of them. They are so good. They last all day long. They are not overly matte. They just glide on smoothly, and they just keep my lipstick in place all day long. Highly recommend you getting these particular lip liners. The next lip liner that I have been enjoying quite a lot is this Essence Waterproof Lip Liner, and this is in the shade I Am Shooketh. This is a dark maroon red lipstick, and I have been enjoying my dark red lipsticks a lot during this fall and winter, and this has been my go-to. The formula is so good. Again, matte, lasts all day long, and it just keeps my lipstick in place. The another lip liner that I have been enjoying a lot is this L.A.Girl Ultimate Intense Day Auto Liner, and this is in the shade Keep It Spicy. This is again a nude lip liner. The formula is so good with these particular lip liners. It's retractable, so you do not even need to sharpen it. It is just a perfect nude lip liner for my skin tone. Like, see, it is just a beautiful brownish lip liner, and the formula is so good. First of all, again, it lasts all day long, and this is what I'm wearing today. I can line my lips, I can fill them up. The formula is so good. It's not like overly matte. It glides on smoothly, and it stays intact all day long. For lipsticks, my go-to lipstick nowadays is this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Budapest. This is such a gorgeous pinkish nude shade, and it's so flattering on my skin tone. The formula is so good. It does not transfer. It lasts all day long. It's actually a soft matte lipstick. The formula is so comfortable on the lips. It's matte, but it's not like your other traditional matte lipsticks that makes your lips feel like really dry and crusty. No, it doesn't do that. The formula is actually really comfortable to wear, and this is probably the reason why I reach for this particular lipstick. First of all, the shade is so beautiful. It does not transfer, comfortable, lasts all. Last but not least is setting spray. Now there is one setting spray that I have been reaching for constantly, and I'm talking about this L.A.Girl setting spray Fix and Set Makeup Extender over here. The formula reminds me quite a lot of my Milani Make It Last makeup setting spray. You guys probably know I love that one, and when I first started using this, I was like, oh my god, the formula is pretty similar. It does a beautiful job in like melting down all the powderiness on my face, and it also makes my makeup long lasting. I have seen a noticeable difference when I use it and when I do not use it. I love my NYX Dewy Finish makeup setting spray. I use that all the time, but this is the setting spray that I have been reaching for constantly. I just cannot put it down. The mist is so fine. I mean, the nozzle is so good, and it just spreads the product evenly on my face. It doesn't like hit my face directly, if that makes sense. The formula is so good. The smell is not overpowering. I do not like setting spray that has a really strong smell, and it does not have a strong smell, which is a yay for me. And it's not like a mattifying setting spray or dewy finish setting spray. It gives my face kind of a natural finish, which I absolutely love, and I recommend you getting this particular setting spray because it is so good. So yeah, those were the drugstore products that I have been reaching for constantly during 2020. And if you have tried any of these products, then please let me know your thoughts. If you like them, if you do not like them, what is your experience with them? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have enjoyed watching this video, then please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I'm listing all the products in the description bar down below, their purchase link and everything, so do not forget to check out my description box. And if you are not following me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, then please do follow me there. All the links will be given in the description bar down below as well, so please go ahead and check that out. So yeah, see you soon in my next one. Till then, bye and take care. Mwah. Bye.